Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of Which One to Buy. I'm Jeff Glucker for Autotrader, and today we're looking at, well, this one's going to take a while even if you order it today, but we should still figure out which one to buy. We're talking about the Ford Bronco. Alright, there are a handful of trims. They can be tricky to navigate, but we're going to kind of fine-tune our way to see which one to buy. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, this would be like shopping for a Jeep Wrangler, which means things are going to get expensive quickly. You can get into these for not a lot of money, but to get what you really want, you're going to have to spend a few bucks. So let's pull it up on Ford's own configurator page and see what we got. See this little number down here? 7 different models to compare to. 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 blah. The base looks cool with its steel wheels, but you start, that's under $30,000, and immediately though, into the rest with any sort of specs at all, you're jumping right up, though you can get a black diamond with the steelies, which looks good. So, you don't need the first edition unless you have to have, you can't get one anyway, I don't think. Yeah, reservation's full, it says it right on the screen. So, Wild Track, you don't need to go that route. But if you're buying one of these, you want to have fun with it. Outer Banks is like the fancy off-roader. We don't need that, but we are going to spend more money. You could do it with a black diamond, but I am going with a Badlands because the Badlands trim, both here and on the Bronco Sport, is well equipped, which is why it starts where it does. I've already selected the 4-door. I have a kid, I have a car seat, I have a large dog. My wife and I would like to be comfortable. It's easier to put stuff in a 4-door. I like 4 doors compared to 2 doors. Same with the Land Rover Defender, same with the Jeep Wrangler, all that stuff. It is no different for me here personally. So the way I'm going to spec this is as a 4-door is just more useful in general. So let's start our build. Badlands. There's some good colors. This Velocity Blue, which does not cost extra, is nice. Cyber Orange is going to cost you almost $600. It's cool that you can get red, race red, at least for no other cost. If you want Rapid Red, it's $295. And there's one other color that costs money. I believe it is, where is it? Okay, I made that last bit up. But I'm going with carbonized gray. Not full black, because black can be boring, even though I like black vehicles. There's literally one behind me right now. And then white could be fun with some nice options, because everybody's white paint has gotten better over the years, but I'm going with carbonized gray on my build here. And it comes with 17-inch wheels right out of the gate and 33-inch tires, which is awesome for a factory vehicle. We could select the beadlock capable wheels you'll find on the next level trim, but I'm going to leave those alone. Even though they come with 35s, 33s are plenty to get you through this stuff. Now, I like a hard top, so I'm selecting the hard top for $695. Some of you will be like, whoa, this is like a Jeep, want to take the roof down, blah, 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 all that stuff. That's for you, that's fine. I like the option of a hard top, and if you live in colder climates, a hard top, especially with the hard top sound deadening headliner, is going to be the way to go here, and then you can still take pieces off and do all that fun stuff. I like that this one comes standard with the full vehicle bash plates. And if you were to select this option on other trims, it automatically makes you include the heavy duty bumper, so keep that in mind. I'm not going to worry about paint protection film, even though it is a good idea. I don't care for the brush guard, and any of this stuff I don't need, so we can move on to the interior. Now, here's where things are going to start to get picky. Well, first, I want the floor liners because I'm going to get this thing dirty. But I'm not selecting any of these options right now, and I'm going to show you why when we get farther down. I'm not going to select any of these options right now, and I'm going to show you why when we get farther down. And it's because, well, first, we're not there yet. It happens when we get to packages. Backing up first, I want the bigger engine. If I'm buying this, I want to have more power than any Wrangler out there next to me, minus the 392. And then the torque is actually awesome. So it says 330 horse, 415 torque. Those are amazing numbers. Some of you are going to say, but I want the manual gearbox. Well, then you got to stick to the less powerful engine. When I'm off-roading, and this is the same with the Wrangler, the 8-speed in the Jeep is better than the manual gearbox. A lot of that on the Jeep, though, is due to the factory clutch is not great. There's no communication between your foot, what you're feeling, and what the clutch is doing. I've heard it is fixed in the aftermarket by some friends in that space. However, the 8-speed gearbox in the Wrangler is good. The 10-speed in the Bronco is going to be the way to go here. Yes, it bumps the price way up, but you're getting way more power. And I say the 2.7-liter EcoBoost is the way to go with the new Bronco. Here's where stuff gets really tricky and really, really expensive. The packages. The standard equipment is nice because it comes, the Big Bend well, you get all the features of the Big Bend, but this adds in the front stabilizer bar disconnect, which is awesome. Automatic on-demand engagement, the advanced four-wheel drive system, all that good stuff. Now, if you wanted to jump to the mid package for $1,500, you get nice stuff like dual zone climate control, front row heated seats, the upgraded Sync 4 system, all that good stuff, and a lot more, as you can see here. Then the high package adds another $2,790, or excuse me, it costs $2,790 because it takes the mid-package stuff and adds some safety features, a Ford Safe sensing system, and it also gets a larger screen, which is kind of nice. But that's not all. You go from the mid-package to the high package, you scroll to the right, and now there's the Luxe package, which covers all of it for $5,085, which is a ton of money for a package, but it adds a ton of things, including, and if this was going to be my daily driver, I want the good sound system, and to get that you have to jump all the way to the Luxe package to get that 10-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system, plus the subwoofer, adaptive cruise control, a heated steering wheel, so, and the wireless charging pad, which seems gimmicky, but is actually really nice to have. Just dump your phone down. So it pains me to say this, and this is where we're going to split off because this is already an expensive vehicle. But if you're paying this much and you want the nice features in your brand new vehicle, which you're going to keep for a while, I'm checking this box. But we'll come to versions of this without, so you can see what it would be like without. So it hurts. It hurts to check that box. It does. It really does. So that's why I'm not going to get the Sasquatch package. And you could go either way on this, which we've done in other ones where you're going to, but it's already capable without the Sasquatch package. The Sasquatch package does give you what it calls high clearance suspension. The fender flares are really cool. You get the different final drive ratio, and you get the bead lock capable wheels. So if you're going to be the most aggressive off-roader out there, the Sasquatch package is good, but you can probably get it on a lower model because you won't care about them as much as the day-to-day nice stuff. As it sits, the Bronco on 33s and with the regular suspension, with the Bilsteins that you get on this level, it's great. You're going to be able to go so many places anyway that you don't need that. I do want the towing capability though, just because I want the better hitch and receiver down there in case I decide to do stuff with that down the road. So where does that leave us? And I'm not messing with accessories because that's a whole different insane game to play at this point. And we've already spent a ton of money. My 2021 Bronco Badlands as tested is just under $57,000. That hurts. It hurts in the pit of my stomach, and I could be right around 50 if I didn't get that Luxe package. That's still a ton of money, so why not go for the rest of the good stuff as it sits? Now, I know some of you are going like, why would you spend that much on a Bronco? Well, I mean, it's comparable to how much you would spend on a Jeep Wrangler, as it's saying, as that says. I like that you can do doors off, even though I would never drive that way. I know Jeep people are like, you gotta have the doors off. I don't want all the dust coming in. Roof off, let's just see what it looks like. It's cool that the configurator lets you do that stuff. So, just under $57,000, 2021 Bronco Badlands. This is how I would spec it. However, I wanted to see what the next trim up, which started more, would cost, so I built one of those already on a wild track with the Sasquatch. No, I'm sorry. I did put Sasquatch on this because it does have the bead lock. It comes with it. The bead lock wheels, the 315, the 35-inch tires, all that stuff. So I picked pretty much the same options, you know, the floor liner and all that stuff, but this gets all the stuff of the Luxe package. You get the 2.C Luxe package. It doesn't add in the Sasquatch package, and the Luxe package is less of a hit because you already have some of those features. So I'm at $57,180 for this one, which is almost how I spec'd the Badlands. So which way do you go here? It seems like then at this point I might have messed up. Either way, it's a tough vehicle to spec correctly, which I think you're going to find because you can go through other trims and build them up and get to insane prices, or you can do a base one like this one. Keep the soft top, but get the Sasquatch package, and now we're under $44,000, and people are going, well, okay, this one starts to make more sense, and you forget about everything I've just said because I added the front bash plates with the bumper. You only get the 6-speaker audio system here, but I did add in the 10-speed and the 2.7-liter EcoBoost. So I think what I'm saying here is there's so many ways to make this vehicle your own. It gets very confusing, and I am not sure if I've made it any less confusing, which is kind of a bummer because this base Bronco looks pretty cool. doesn't it? With the soft top and all that good stuff. And we could make this same exercise with the Wrangler, to be completely honest. Just to reiterate, this was a Badlands I started with, which, let's see if it does it. Yeah. Base MSRP before destination and handling was $49,675, and we wound up at $56,755. Here with the Wild Track, we started at 53, which is a lot more, but you didn't need to add as much to get to 57. Now on the base Bronco, we started at 38 and round up at 43, which I'm leaning back now towards the base Bronco might have been the one to get with just the jump in the engine up here. Though I do need my tunes and I do need all that stuff. So what I'm saying is the Bronco is very confusing, and I think you're going to find the one for you. If you compare the Badlands I built to the Wild Track, at the end of the day, it looks like the Wild Track might make more sense, and that is not where I expected to wind up, because I'm kind of doing these on the fly, minus the two build your owns that I already did. And then when I added in the base one, it made it that much more confusing. I would not get the Outer Banks because I don't care about the luxury features. Go back to the other models. The Big Bend, yeah, that's probably starts to make more sense. Black Diamond, not as necessary. I wish they could have made this both less trims and more piecemeal with the options, so that I could do a base model, big engine, Sasquatch package, and then the higher end audio system. But that's not how automakers work this day. If I could really spec my dream one, that's what it would do. I'd start with the base 4-door, I would get the bigger engine, I would add the Sasquatch package, and then I would just throw the nicer audio system at it, call it a day. They should make that one of the trims, and we'd be good to go. Otherwise, out the door, on the cheapest way to do this, for how you should spec it, I think, is about $44,000, and a nicely equipped one, you're going to wind up at $56,000, $57,000. So I hope this very confusing journey through Ford Bronco pricing has helped you decide where you would want your own to be. But if you haven't ordered it yet already, well, you're going to be waiting a long time anyway, or you're going to be overpaying substantially for one that's already on a lot, which don't do that. Don't pay the dealer markups. Just tough it out and wait if you can, or just wait till used ones actually start showing up down the road, which is going to be a while anyway. So this has been a confusing journey through the 2021 Ford Bronco, I guess you could say. Maybe we'll have better luck with our next which one to buy. I don't know, but we're keeping it honest here.